I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information that people can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. A lot of the work I do is with very senior professionals, and I coach people into new organizations. I'm not a recruiter any longer, I coach. And as a result, I work with people to help them interview well, help them network well, help them negotiate well, because it's one thing to be on the hiring side. It's another thing to be on the I'm selling my services side. So I thought I would do a video that covers some of the questions I encourage people to ask at interviews. And these are really basic things, but it's a launch point for the conversation that will eventually come, where they turn things around and say, so do you have any questions for us? So the first one is really very simple. And I'm sure you're already asking this, as well as the ancillary to it that I also include. What does success generally look like, and how will you measure my success? Really, you want to understand what the performance expectations they're going to have for you are over the first 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, and how they're going to do the evaluation for you. How frequently will they evaluate you, critique you, make judgments about you, and what will your success need to look like? So that's really the first question or questions you want to cover. Next one is, what are the expectations from the board? Do they have a real concern about this role based upon previous circumstances, or in creating the role, was there an issue that needed to be addressed that they thought was particularly important, so that you make sure you cover it? Which leads to the obvious thing, what are the expected challenges that you're going to face? Now, there are always lots of them, but you want to identify the largest ones that they have an expectation that you'll have to address. Surprises are really good. And this kind of ties into the notion of what success is going to look like and how they're going to measure you. Because how you address these challenges really will reflect on how the board is going to see you when it comes time to sit down with you and talk with you again. And lastly, and again, this is a launch point for conversation, what sort of discretion are you going to have in the role? Sometimes people are surprised when they step into new organizations, the degree to which they're on a leash. It's an interesting phenomenon, but I don't care if it's at the highest levels of an organization or a couple notches down. People have expectation of a certain amount of free rein, and then lo and behold, they discover there really isn't that much freedom that they have to make decisions, or to sign off on purchases or acquisitions, to hire and fire. So you just want to get a sense of what sort of discretion you're going to have in the role, because, like I said, surprises are rarely good. There are very few situations that people step into where they discover, oh, I can do even more than I thought. No, it's always less. So at least get a sense of what sort of discretion you're going to have stepping in. Now, again, this is not a thorough list. This is a launch point list. It's where you start off with your Q&A at the back end. You can also, of course, explore things that have the successes of your predecessor in the role. Or if there wasn't one, you can ask, what mitigated or prompted the decision to create the role, and which kind of leads back into the challenges and causes them to expand it the discussion of the challenges even more. Because normally a new position created is a reaction to a problem that previously occurred. So I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this helpful. If you're interested in my coaching, you connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw this video, because I'd like to know that I've been helpful to people. And once we're connected, send a message to me. We'll schedule a time to speak. I'd love to help you succeed in getting to your next organization. Hope you found this helpful, and have a great day. Take care.